ones, we are back up in this bit. We're gonna do this thing for a half an hour. I want to jump into this thing because a lot of you guys, man, when you go to court, as I tell individuals, like I'll always tell y'all, I trust none of y'all, zero, to talk when you go to court. I don't trust y'all to talk. I don't trust y'all to say nothing when you go to court. I trust you to go to court and just mess things up. All right, I trust you to do that. So you're gonna have to forgive me for that, but that's what I trust you guys to do. I trust you guys to go to court and just screw things up. So give me a second while I get this thing ready right here. And then we're gonna jump into this thing because I wanna jump into this thing. Yowza. Okay, we're gonna do that. Okay. Appreciate you guys for being here. Honestly, man, you guys could have been anywhere else in the world, but you said, hey, man, that ugly dude said it again. Stop talking about me. God damn it. Yowza. You know what? I'm gonna grab me. Yeah, hold on. Grab me a Slurpee. All right, so we're about right there. We right where we want to be. So I'm gonna break something down to you guys, man. And it's kind of like a little spin-off of what we was talking about yesterday. But when I ended this thing yesterday, this is kind of like so I'm gonna do it like this. Yowza. Hold on. We are going to kill that. And so we're going to do this. The screen is so big, I got to look up. Jesus. Jeez Louise. Oh, boy. All right. What is this? What is this? Okay. All right. So I'm gonna break something down to you guys. Yesterday, but when I got off, tell you guys, man, I appreciate you guys for being here. Honestly, man, you guys could have been anywhere else in the world. But so I'm a pick things up where I left off yesterday. So yesterday, just when I ended I was getting off the live stream, I had an individual ask a question, and well, he didn't ask a question. He actually left a statement about, um, uh, what did he say? He said somebody's friend, baby mama, found out that he came into an inheritance, right? So a lot of you guys don't understand, and I'm gonna tell you guys like this. There is absolutely no uh there's absolutely no there is no law against tricking you when you go to court. There's no law against tricking you. You can be tricked. And tricking you is threatening you, telling you they're gonna lock you up, judges giving you crazy looks. I love when they do all these antics. Judges giving you crazy looks, judge acting like they're gonna do something to you, all these things, and you fall for it. What if I told you that the best and absolute best thing to do when you go to court is to shut your fucking mouth? Don't say nothing. When people hire me to draft up their motion, the one thing that I always end it with, I put in there, this motion is also serves as our testimony. I will come in and I won't say nothing. But why? Glad you asked. I have drafted up many motions and told individuals, we want to emancipate the child support order due to the fact that the person is out of work due to medical. The reason why we put the paperwork in, out of work due to medical, and you don't say nothing, because what the courts want you to do, the courts want you to go to court and say, well, when do you think you're going to get back to work? I plead the Fifth Amendment to any further testimony. Well, since you're out of work, did you apply for disability? I plead the Fifth Amendment to any further testimony. A lot of you guys don't understand that when you go to court and you testify, what you say is your law that you bring into law. And a lot of you guys, you go to court and you allow a judge to have you thinking that you're fighting him. And he wants you to act as if though you're fighting him. The judge wants you to actually act as if you're fighting him. The judge is going to ask you questions. Now, the judge will ask you a question, but you're being sued by your child's mom. And you go to court and you allow the judge to ask you a question. So let me break something down to you, what I said to Judge James Triano. Attila Sean Bradley had took me down for child support. However, the child support didn't have an increase or decrease. It just said, hey, you're coming down here for child support. I said, this is not telling me for what? How do I prepare? I sent the letter to Judge Sally Floriana. She was the head family court judge. These are all antics and these are all perspectives that you know nothing about. So I sent it to the head family court judge and I said, I was not served. This don't tell me how much time I got to respond. This don't tell me what judge I'm coming to see. I could have an ethics violation against this individual. This isn't telling me anything. Judge Sally Floriana called, then got back to me. All right. When I went to court, I said to Judge James Triano, I said, hey, listen, process is broken here. Even Judge Sally Floriana, the head family court judge, wrote me back. I held up the letter, wrote me back, and stated as such. He looked left, he looked right. He said, this is my courtroom. I said, I don't know that to be the case. What I do know is that this courtroom belongs to the people. However, you do reside over it. He was like, okay. What are you asking me? I said, Attila Sean Bradley didn't ask for this to be retroactive to when because I don't believe she's smart enough to say that. Are you telling me that you can do that without her asking. He said, yeah. However, when we went back to court, I hit him off with an ethics violation, filed it in federal court. And then he said, Atia LaShawn Bradley, you have no grounds to ask for an increase. That was his way of telling her no, by giving me my victory. But a lot of you individuals, you go to court and you testify, you get the cacking, you start talking. That is the worst thing to do. That's the worst thing to do. Stop talking. What's going on, Flight? Flight said, what's going on, you big beanhead at mother? He said, God bless you, you big beanhead. Damn, dog, I gotta have a beanhead? Damn, all right. Damn. He said, God bless you. Hey, man, I appreciate that. He says, I'm gonna be in touch. You be in touch, but damn, bro, you ain't got to talk about the nugget, man. You ain't got to talk about the nugget, man. Appreciate that, though. But what's going on, man? I'm glad you can be here with me today as I do this thing every day at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. However, come the 13th of January, we're going to be doing it every day. I'm building up the other room as the studio, Todd Smith Studios Part 2. My man says I got a bean head too. My man. Going to do this thing January 13th. We're going to start a 2-hour show from 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Blog Talk Radio Network, Podbean, of course, broadcasting this thing over here on Dad's Traded for Child Support. So that's what that's going to do. Appreciate you for being here. All right, so stop talking, all right? So I'm gonna get more in depth. I'm a flashback to what old boy said yesterday, and I'm gonna go into telling y'all how that works. Let's just go back into the example that was given yesterday, and let's just say you got a letter. You open the letter. You read the letter. You can read, so you read the letter. You're hereby summoned to come down. No. They don't say that. They want to invoke the intimidation right off the bat. Our office got word that you made we received word. Yeah, we received word that there may be an adjustment in your income. For that, we need you to come down here, bring all your information, et cetera. Bring all your information with you. So let's just tie that inheritance to that letter. So the courts is asking you to come down because they want to talk about this inheritance, this money that you supposedly have gotten. Because your baby mama, she heard that your ass got some money. She heard you jiggling. She heard you bouncing, baby. She heard you hit a scratch off and bang, you came across some goddamn cash. How do you go to court and talk about this? Gee, I'm glad you asked. Oh, dear mine. Before I answer that, I'm going to say this. When the cops come to your house, the first thing you ask them for is a warrant, yes? Okay, glad. Somebody said, yeah, I heard them. You say yes. But if the cops gave you a warrant and you lived at 115 5th Street, but the warrant said you lived at 115 5th Street and the warrant said 5 115th Street, you would look at that and say, my man, I don't live at 115th Street. They'll look at it and say, damn, because the address and information on a warrant is wrong, they can't come into your house. You would agree to that, yes? You heard people getting off of tickets when they in fact got a parking ticket, and their car was burgundy, and the ticket said the car was red. So they went to court and said, Your Honor, here's my car. My car is burgundy. The ticket says it's red. Because that information is wrong, has to be thrown out. You guys can't make that assumption when you don't get served and all that, and your case should be thrown out as well. But that's another video. So you say, hey, listen, you got to throw this ticket out. The same as when you get the situation with the warrant, It says this warrant is for the number 5, 115th Street. Say, hey, you can't, this don't fly. Information needs to be specific, right? That's what I'm getting at. I give you 2 decent examples, right? Okay, give you two decent examples. What happens when you get a letter that says, we think you came up on some money, we want you to bring that information down here, and then here's why y'all go up there, y'all get that bite stick and turn up your butthole like, go ahead, ow! This is what y'all do. Because the letter also says, bring down your bank statements, bring down all this information. You grab all your information, like the biggest idiot in the history of idiots. You grab all this information. You go down to child support court like, I got everything you asked for. I'm straight bitch with it. Right? That's what you do. I'd go down there and simply say, all rise, swear in. Mr. Smith, call me Nerd Solo. Mr. Solo, is it? Yes, like Han. We told you we wanted bank statements, we wanted all this information. You know what I'm going to say? Which bank are you talking about? Which bank are you talking about? You wanted job information? Okay. What job are you talking about? What job are you talking about? Did you catch that? Did you catch that? Yeah. Just like that warrant need to be specific, instead of 5 115th Street, you live at 115th 5th Street, just like that, that paperwork needs to be specific too. But y'all get all suckered into that. That's the part of child support that's illegal. But you go and you travel around social media. Oh, child support is illegal. Child support is illegal. And you get caught up into that. No, child support is not illegal. The process is illegal. You guys get asked to bring stuff down there, and instead of saying, hold on, what exactly are you talking about? You don't do that. You just go and you take them information. I know better. So every time Attila Sean Bradley, oh yeah, today is the 18th? Today is the 18th of December. Every time I'm gonna always say, whenever I say her name, I don't know if you know by now, but when I say Attila Sean Bradley's name, I like to say the date, because I don't want her to look at this and think that, you know how women do, he harassing me. Then I like to say the date so she can think she's within some harassment window, because I like to, when I say her name, I'm the only one that does that, by the way. So when Attila, this is why when Attila Sean Bradley took me down there for all those child support increases, she was a failure, epic failure, big ass donkey failure, big ass like a failure on top of it, like stacked, like a failure stack, like all her failures are stacked. Just another time, nope, no, I'm sorry, no increase. Oh, sorry, no increase, sorry, no increase, sorry, because you're not getting me like that. You're not suckering me to bring you information, and what you're doing is you're fishing. To say to me, bring your banking information, I'm gonna say, what bank are you talking about? Because you need to subpoena me anyway. You're not doing any of that. And you guys fall for that shit every time. You do. Shut up. You fall for it. Yeah, you do. You fall for it. You do. You do. You fall for it. People, I'm gonna tell you something. If you don't understand, I'm gonna tell you something. When you go to court, when you're being asked to come down to court, the best thing to take with you when you go to court is cockiness and arrogance. Be the best thing to take with you. You take, okay, yes. They think they got you. They're gonna be so convinced. They're gonna be so comfortable They're going to be so comfortable with thinking that we got you. This is another video. All these hearing officers, stop. Stop talking to hearing officers. Stop. Another video. Stop. I seriously don't understand why individuals are so scared of child support. I don't. File your paperwork, go down there and shut up. 732-875-9111. You text my secretary, Lydia, $50 consultation already. We'll draft your paperwork up for you. But shut up. Stop talking. I mean, you have a right not to talk. Just shut up. They don't know nothing. A lot of y'all think that when it comes to child support, there'll be somebody in the bushes looking at y'all like, when you go down to court, they don't know a damn thing about you. They're actually, as a matter of fact, they're counting on you to come down there and cluck and tell them all your information. They don't know anything about you. Now, of course, if you work for somebody, that's a different rhyme and rhythm. That's different. A lot of y'all got to stop believing in the powers of manipulation that, in fact, is child support. You got to stop. You got to stop saying, oh, yeah, they did this, they did that. Oh, they told me to bring this down there. They told me. How did they tell you? Did they subpoena you? No. Oh, they sent you a letter and told you to bring something there? Gotta stop that. And here's the thing. Here's the thing that's just this is can me up more than anything. This is really this can me up more than anything. You ready? You ready for it? When y'all live in one state and get a letter to come to child support in an entirely different state, I'm not understanding that. Give me a second. Give me a second. I don't understand it. I don't. When you live in another video. I mess around and got the chalkiness of the powder in my windpipe. But y'all gotta stop that. Y'all gotta stop that. Y'all gotta stop that. Here's what y'all gotta realize. When you get invited to come down for child support, that is your first experience with child support. You would agree with that, yes? Have you ever seen somebody, when they first try and wheelie a motorcycle, have you ever seen that? And then you can go look at the video and see a guy riding down the highway and he touching the ground, he just doing all that experience, right? It's the same thing when you guys get called down for child support. I get floored when a lot of you individuals go down to child support and you don't seek out an advocate group. And listen, first of all, stop fucking with people that all their curriculum is just child support based. I am this company here, the League of Dads, National Fathers League. All right. I've been in this company for over 20 years. One of the things that you'll see when you deal with this company, I'll block your ass quick. I will not accept you as a client, and I will get you the fuck up out of there quick. The reason for it is I will keep this company's name and our business practices, the integrity intact. I'm not promising you I can get you off child support. I ain't never did a video about that shit. When I talk to individuals that claim I said that, they get a fucking dial tone. I ain't never said that. I represent fathers. So when you get invited to this arena, you never dealt with it before. Thinking that you, and a lot of people simply say things like, oh, I'm gonna just go down there and say, you are the dumbest motherfucker in the history of dumb. The reason why I love what I do, and the reason why I'm so strict that quick to block somebody and say, oh yeah, my man, fuck out of here, man. Keep your money, bounce. Because I know there was nobody doing this when I went at this. There was nobody breaking it down like I'm breaking it down. And it ain't today. I'm the only one. There's individuals that are doing stuff. Please don't get this. You're not an obligor. Please stop it with the, oh, you can go down there in special appearance. Please stop with give me a second. I'm back. Please stop with that nonsense. Educate yourself, go down there and punch him in the goddamn mouth. Period. That's what you do. That's what you do. Stop. Stop with all these old fuck ass narratives about how, oh, this is how I'm gonna beat. No. Educate yourself. And let's be clear. I'm gonna end it with this. I got 4 minutes left. I do this thing every day from 4 to 4:30 p.m. as a warm up to the big shebang bang on the 13th of January. Educate yourself. And I mean educate yourself to exclude. Now, when I say to exclude, that means not to do. Let's simplify it. Not to do. Don't be a doer of this bullshit. Oh, I'm going to go down there, I'm a special appearance. Or I'm going to go down there and say my names are not in all, why do you have my name in all caps? I'm going to go down there and say, I didn't give y'all permission to bring me down here. Y'all don't have authority over my family. Stop with that bullshit. Stop. Here's why you need to stop. It's simple. Here's why you need to stop. The one thing that the courts love is when you go down there and look like an idiot. They love it. They love it. Oh, when you go down there and say, and they ask you what's your name, and they say, oh, I am the living will and trust of the Kankly man. Oh, I'm the Kankly man. Oh, I'm the Kankly man. They be like, oh yeah, we got this motherfucker. Just stop. I asked myself, how did a lot of y'all get the pussy? How y'all have kids? How did y'all even get pussy? But the way you act. You go down there, I'm going down there, I'm grabbing my balls. Who you talking to? Oh, I'm not the quaggly lack. Oh, I'm the representation of the quaggly lack. Oh. Could you state your name for the court? I'm the representative of the quaggly lack. The second you say that, you go down there and your paperwork is speaking for you. Like my client who now owns a franchise of this company. I'm gonna put all this in my motion and I'm not saying nothing. And then what the judge do? The judge knows the power of shutting up. This is what we're talking about here today. The judge says to him, I want you to get up on the stand and read your motion. He said, no, I'm not gonna do that. Even the bailiff was standing behind him. The bailiff said, if the judge asks you to do something, you gotta do it. You know what my client said, who now has a franchise of this company? He said, are you threatening me? he never went up on a stand and read his motion. He was under how he does things here. Go to court and shut up. Stop talking. Let your motion do the talking. Tell them this motion is me talking. Because if not, once again, tricking you is not illegal. And if you say, well, when we draft your motion up and we're going to say, emancipate the current child support order, and then you go down there and they be like, okay, well, you ain't working. So how are you supporting yourself? That's none of your business. That's none of your business. That's none of your business. We're not here for how I, right? We're not here for how I take care of myself. We're here because you want child support from me. We're not here for that. We're not here for that. Jonathan Brown, I'm going to answer your goddamn question. I'm only joking, so don't think. I'm gonna answer your question. I'm gonna answer Jonathan's question, then I'm gonna get out of here. Jonathan said, look here, you big head ass motherfucker. Yeah, man, whatever. This is what Jonathan has. Jonathan said, look here, you big head. He said, how about if we already been in the final mediation? I'm gonna stop right there. Mediation? You didn't go in front of a judge? What we would do here, Jonathan, we would file a motion and say we don't want an interpreter speaking for us. People, another video, but that's what mediation, they're interpreters. You want an example of what I'm saying? An interpreter instead of what you said. If I tell them, hey, listen, I got a house to live and she lives with her mama and my child sleeps on a couch. I have a house. I should have the child. That's what you said, yes? You want that to be told to a judge, yes? Well, what happens when you go to it, as Jonathan said, and he said it right there, I'm looking at it. He said this, I ain't say this. Jonathan said, how about if we already had and been to final mediation? And then I'm gonna read the rest. I'm gonna give him that respect. Didn't agree, now we're going to trial. You wouldn't agree. You wouldn't. Who agrees with a mediator? Raise their hand. So the example that I gave, I'm gonna reiterate it. I'm gonna get out of here. You got a place to live, your kid, a couch to sleep on. Their own room. You have a house. You and the mother breaks up, and she got to go run back home to her mama. That's what they always do, right? They don't run back home to their mama and then get on welfare. That's another story. Guys, I have so many stories from one story. But so you got all this stuff, and you say you're in mediation with a mediator. So when you say this to a judge have to say XYZ. So if a judge say, well, I think the child should be with the mom, now the judge got to answer, and you will file a complaint on him in federal court. You didn't explain to me how I got a house and you gave custody to her and she said they sleep on the couch. That's another video. That's another video. I like 5 other videos. So when you go into a mediator and you say to a mediator, and I quote, I have my own place. I like that. Jonathan said, I agree. But in Texas, the law is you have to do 2 mediations. I'm going to screenshot that, Jonathan, because you obviously don't know who you talking to. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so here's what would happen if I go to a mediator, Jonathan. I would go through mediator. You said 2. I would go to mediation 1 and say, I would like this matter to go in front of a judge, because Texas is 2, other states they don't have a number. Then they would say what you just said. Well, the mediation would say the law is you got to come before me twice. Okay, I would like this matter to go in front of a judge. And then when you go to your second one, you say, okay, thanks for mediation. I would like this matter to go in front of a judge. That's it. You don't have to work things out. I'll come there with a handheld game. It doesn't say you got to talk. It just says you got to go there. So you got to know the law. All right. So once again, you got the child got their own room with you. You got a house. They go back to their mama and sleep on a couch. Right? When you say that to the mediator don't hear you got your own. The mediator gonna write it up, blah, 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 blah. And what the mediator is gonna say is, the dad wants visitation. That ain't what you said. But that's what happens when you go to a mediator. They twist and bend your words. And then that's why a lot of you go to mediators under the example that I just gave, and you end up getting visitation, and your child ends up going back to her grandmother's house, sleeping on a couch. We'll see you tomorrow, 4 o'clock.